I pretend to be offended. Inside, my body is crying out to be mounted by this king of sheep. Chapter 4, An Arrival. Here we go. I'm walking on air for the following week. Derek is playing it cool as he always does, and our encounter is never mentioned. Not by him anyway. What's the weather going to do today, Dolly? Asked Tina in a sarcastic tone. I don't actually know, I say. Well, you spend the most time of the day with so-called weather expert. You're hardly ever with us anymore. Jealous, are we? I ask. No, not at all, says Tina. Will you be watching Take Me Out with him this weekend? I'm not sure, I'll let you know, I reply and trot off to get some time away from her. It's as I'm walking across the field that the roar of a lorry shatters the peace. The lorry pulls up outside the farm and a tall guy gets out and knocks on the farmhouse door. I sit down on the grass and watch what's going on. I can see Derek watching her from his place at the top of the outcrop. Farmer Honey comes to the door and both him and the tall guy walk around the back of the lorry. It looks like we've got a new arrival. Off the back of the lorry comes a sheep. He's very handsome and stands there surveying the area like he owns the place. I'm not sure if this was because of my encounter with Derek the other day, but this sheep is giving me a throb on. He's giving me a tingle in my tingle. Literally, that's the start of the first chapter, right? Of the fourth chapter. And then it starts getting dodgy around here. Yeah. This is the sort of book we're reading here, ladies and gentlemen. God, what's happening to me? I'm becoming a bit of a nymph. I'm gonna use that. I look over at Derek. He's now sat bolt upright. He's been watching me watching this new guy. Bit of jealousy going on there? I'm introduced to the new boy a little later in the day. He's talking to Tina. This is Dolly, she says. He casts me a glance before holding my gaze. And who are you? His name's Juan and he's from Spain. He doesn't speak much English, says Tina on his behalf. I only speak the language of love, he pipes up. I'm sorry, I can't do a Spanish accent, I'm not even gonna try. I see. I say and head over to see Derek. Derek isn't happy. Who's the new guy? He asks. Some Spanish guy speaks the language of love, apparently. Tosser, says Derek, lifting up a chart and patting it down on the grass. It's not what it seems, says Juan, in his clipped Spanish tones. I look up. I'm on the floor outside the barn. It's dark and Juan is stood over me. What's going on? Last thing I knew, I was asleep inside. Yeah, well, go ahead and explain where go ahead. Explain away. It's Derek's voice and he's not happy. I've got no idea what's going on. Well, stutters Juan, it's like this, I've got a bolus up my ass and I was asking Dolly to take it out for me. His English clearly isn't that bad. A bolus? What the hell is a bolus? Bellows Derek. Medicine. It's up my ass. Is it supposed to be up there? Yes, but I don't want it up there. It affects my confidence as a man. I have to get to my feet. My head hurts and I'm confused. What's going on? I ask. Get over here behind me, Dolly, Derek snaps. I make my way into the barn and I lie back where I'd been lying the last time I was awake. I can hear Derek laying down the law to Juan outside the barn, and a few minutes later he comes back and switches up next to me. What was that all about? Why was I outside? I ask. You don't want to know. I'd like to know, seeing as I'm there, I retort. He had his big Spanish bollocks on your face. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Juan was a nice looking specimen, don't get me wrong, but if he was going to put his bollocks in my face, it would have been nice to have been asked beforehand. Like Derek, you mean? God knows. Come on, get some sleep. Oh, how did I get in the barn? God knows. Come on, get some sleep. Derek closes his eyes and lets out a deep sigh. Secretly, I'm slightly gutted that I was asleep during all of this. I wouldn't utter a word of this to Derek, of course. I wake up a few hours later. Derek is still behind me and the other girls are out in the field. You awake? I ask. Yes. How come you're not on Facebook updating the weather forecasts? Sheep on Facebook! Oh, why is that not a thing? I'm happy here. He moves in closer behind me. I can sense he's feeling fruity. Sure enough, a few minutes later I feel his lipstick poking me in the back. Wanting some more, are you, Mr. Derek? He just lets out a groan and grabs my hip, forcing himself closer to me. Oh, enough with the sheep porn! Joke is, this is literally what I was like reading 50 Shades. Enough with the bondage! I'm ready for him to take me, but there's a sudden creak as the barn door opens and in steps Juan. He looks over to where Derek and I are lying. Without warning, Derek forces himself inside me, forcing me to squeal. He knows that Juan is watching. He's marking his territory. Nice! Derek moves his love trenchant inside me. But my gaze is still fixed on Juan, who stands there watching. I'm being had by one handsome sheep and I'm being watched by another. The exhilaration becomes too much and waves of lust ripple throughout my body. I want more. I push back on Derek. I want to be had. I want to be had hard. I need to put an age rating on this. I want to be had hard by Derek the Weathersheep. And I want Juan to watch. I can't stop myself. This feels so wrong. I close my eyes. A tsunami of warm fist rises up and spreads out from my face. Across my entire body. I'm helpless. Behind me, Derek grunts his way to his climax before letting out a big sigh. I open my eyes. Juan has gone, leaving the barn door wide open. Anyone would think that he was born in a barn, says Derek. He probably was, I say. Oh wow! This is hilarious. I didn't expect it to be as graphic as it is, but I still love it nonetheless. Right, that's all from me for now. Thanks for your time. Have a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you next week with chapter 5, which is gonna be great. Bye! I'm taken aback by his animosity towards Piers Morgan.